How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Zombie Nerd Kevin channel, and this is Fuk Fase's guide to raising a child.
Are you serious? This is torture. You're torturing me and everyone else watching. Sorry, I just think I'm too stupid to understand this.
Step 1. Birth the child. Multiple studies and research have shown that if the child does not come out of the womb, you cannot raise the child. Don't put the baby in the oven. Multiple studies have shown that putting a baby in the oven is not the safest thing. I know ovens are looking kinda fresh, kinda cool. You know, they're looking friendly as hell. And I know they look like they're apt babysitters, but a lot of people do not recommend putting your baby in the oven. And if somehow your baby gets into the oven, for the love of God, do not turn the oven on. I know you want to keep your baby warm, but more studies have shown that that actually leads to the baby's death. Do not punt the baby. Punting the baby can result in serious injury and unintended consequences. See, baby's bones are relatively fragile, and, well, if you punt the baby, you might break its ribs, and it might not live to see another day. Do not, and I mean do not, for the love of God, use a baby as a lawn dart. This can lead to various injuries, including injury on the temple, injury on the neck, you know, a whole bunch of problems. Not only that, but if your neighbors see you doing this, they might call Child Protective Services. You do not want your neighbors to be calling Child Protective Services, as they will take the baby away from you, and you might even get a felony for child abuse. Yay, parenting! Next thing you don't do to the baby: do not give a baby a Glock. It might not end horribly. I mean, you don't have to necessarily load the Glock, but at the same time, if it is loaded, for the love of God, don't give it to the baby. This might result in serious injury and possibly death. An unintended side effect: they might become school shooters in the future. Next thing not to do to the baby: don't defenestrate the baby. Now, if you don't know what defenestration means, it is the act of throwing someone out a window. Now, I know some of us people listen and hear babies and we're like, hey, you know what would be a good idea? To throw that motherfucker out the window. To just fucking just yeet that bitch out the fucking window. But studies have shown that injury might result from this act. It is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Another thing you don't do to the baby: make sure that motherfucker never plays Fortnite in their entire lives. Studies have shown that, well, these people, these things, grow up to be motherfuckers who can't cooperate in society. I mean, goddamn. Do you know how annoying motherfuckers who play Fortnite are? Have you seen these motherfuckers out in public dancing their goddamn hearts out? Get them the fuck out of here, because we do not need that shit here. We are not going to tolerate this bullshit. Don't let your child play Fortnite. For the love of God, do not let your child play Fortnite. Don't let your baby get a hold of cigars. Cigars can actually lead to lung cancer and multiple other things. Not only that, but it burns like hell whenever you smoke one, okay? And that is not something you want your baby to experience. Other thing, don't raise your baby in Chernobyl. Studies have shown that the radiation in Chernobyl can actually lead to cancer. Cancer! Yes, cancer. Cancer is that meanie bad thing that sucks all the energy out of you and eventually fucking kills you. Welcome to the world, ladies and gentlemen. Another thing, do not brainwash your baby. Brainwashing of babies can lead to unintelligent sheeple who need to be drop-kicked and need to be defenestrated. Remember that point earlier how I told you not to defenestrate the baby? Well, if you do any of the acts that make you want to defenestrate this baby, that is also another thing that you shouldn't be doing. You really shouldn't. Another thing, locking them in the basement. You do not want to lock them in the basement because, well, that's just mean. They'll probably end up being super sensitive to light. And yeah, it's not a fun time. That, or they get like super buff from being bored as hell. Just start doing doing 100 pull-ups on the fucking support beams of your house, and they just become these Hulk monsters. Another thing you don't want your baby to get a hold of are steroids. Steroids will actually cause like your baby will never grow hair in their entire fucking lives. It's like premature balding, except they were already bald. They just won't ever not be bald. We do not want any of that. Steroids can lead to very angry moments. That's like the only parenting advice that I've really got in me for the time being. But if you liked this video, I don't know, give it a like, I guess. I might do something like this again. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. This isn't my usual content, but I was going to release another video this weekend, but it didn't work out, and it's already too late to do it again. So, yeah, I've got school and shit to do, so I can only make videos on the weekend. And, well, this was my alternative, and this is something that I've actually wanted to do for a bit now. And I'm really happy that I've done it, so that's the thing. Yay. But, yeah, so if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're an old revisiting member of the channel, please hit the notification bell. My edgy content pretty much permits the fact that you probably won't see any videos recommended to me, and seeing as I don't really have the best tendency of uploading, you might not know when I'm going to upload a video, so hit that notification bell so you motherfuckers get notifications whenever I upload, and I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next one. Bye and motherfucking yeet.